dolls have a long legacy of being believed to be vessels for spirit. Whether it be the infamous voodoo doll or their progenitors, the Niski-Nakondi figures of the Congo, their humanoid appearance and the intention built within them have propagated a belief that these objects are alive in some way. To experiment with this idea, Eric and I acquired a doll for our paranormal museum to experiment with, which seemed to us to possibly not only still be alive, but have some manner of unpleasant etheric quality. We found him quite unexpectedly at a car boot sale, him seeming to draw us to him from the other side of the field. Oddly, we felt repulsed looking at him, with both of us experiencing immediate physical sensations, particularly around the stomach. That very same day, we were able to get 2 separate psychic mediums to share their thoughts on him. Both of them had similar things to report. There was something very odd, something very negative that seemed to linger on the doll. And despite us not sharing our own thoughts and opinions on the matter, they both stated that they felt physically uncomfortable, particularly around the stomach region. Thus, to be on the safe side, we have been keeping the doll contained in our large lead-lined safe at the museum whilst we figure out what to do with him. So he's been in there for what, about 2 weeks now?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Solitary confinement, but we haven't really known what to do with him yet, because we like to make sure that all of our objects, particularly the active ones, are taken care of in a sense that visitors can come to the museum and enjoy them without worrying about being affected by them in a negative way or taking any of that energy home with them. So we like to make sure that everything is as safe as is possible, hence why we've just been taking our time really. And today will be the first day that we investigate this object fully, beyond just asking people we trust to take a look at him and give their opinion on him. So let's get him out. Let's open him up. There he is. I did take a photograph of him before I put him in, just in case.
Oh, he looks terrible.
Just in case he did move or anything like that, but now he's exactly where I left him. So there he is. The latest doll acquisition at Rowtons Museum.
I can't see his face.
I'll get him out if you like. Take that from you now, thank you. Okay. Okay. Here he is. We're going to be investigating you to find out if there's anything that you would like to tell us. Maybe there's someone attached to you. Maybe they would like to tell us more about their story. But here he is. And of course, for those of you watching at home, before we do start the investigation, if there's anything that you're picking up on of this object, you're more than welcome to leave a comment. And who knows, maybe it will come up in the course of the investigation. Here at Rowtons Museum, we already care for a number of dolls that are believed to be haunted or come from what we call stressed environments. This doll, however, did not come with a story, but rather only an instinct that the few who have interacted with him all report: absolute guttural repulsion. And so, is something ethereal inhabiting this doll? And if so, can we interact with it, tap into time, and learn its story? Both Eric and I are wearing lapel mics, but we're actually going to put one on the doll as well in case we get any sort of EVPs or any anomalous sounds actually coming from the doll. So let's get the mic onto him. There we go. Thank you. So you're wearing a mic. All three of us are now wearing a mic. So we are currently in the cellar of our museum, and there is a very good reason why we are down here, and that's because, quite simply, there are no other objects here. Our museum is full of many different sorts of artifacts, both ones of purely historical value and those which have a paranormal story, including many active objects that we study, observe, work with, investigate, and keep under quite strict control in their cases. But that absolutely does not exclude them from actually communicating with us. So we want to try and make it so that we have as little contamination as possible, hence why we are down here with just him. Also, conveniently, we are away from Wi-Fi down here, so electricity as well. There's no electricity down here. We're operating off an extension lead. So it's quite limited and quite contaminant free in terms of environmental electronic interference also. So hopefully we get the very best and the very cleanest results from this investigation. So we have an EMF meter which we're going to be leaving with you. You're welcome to influence the lights on it. Maybe we should make it so it's more clear. And we also have a REM pod. Okay, so that's on that. Okay. So we're going to be using Ghost Tube Original in flight mode. We have no signal down here, so we can't use Ghost Tube Seer anyway, unfortunately. Okay. So.
Why is she here?
Okay, straight away. My name is Laura.
My name is Eric.
And we own this building that you're in, and we'd very much like to communicate with you. If you would like to communicate with us, we're speaking to any spirits who are connected to the doll seated on this chair. We have reason to believe that you have a story potentially that you would like to share with us. We've been told a few things about you by some different mediums.
A few times on the television, the word mourning has come up.
Is that correct? Is there some sort of sadness with you? We have been told something to that effect by a couple of different mediums that we've spoken to. We'd appreciate it if you could, if what we're saying is correct, to give us a sign whether you could influence that green light there at all. Make it change to a different colour. Whether you could touch this silver rod here next to me, it'll make it light up, make a sound, it won't hurt you. Or if you could influence a device here in my hands to pick words to speak with us.
Kitchen.
Thank you. Could you potentially explain the relevance of that? Or maybe you could make a sound here in the room with us.
Sophie.
Sophie, is that your name or the name of somebody that you're connected to? Could you confirm, please? Who is Sophie? Are we speaking with a spirit connected to this doll, please? Could you give us some sort of confirmation?
Ernest.
Is that name relevant to you?
There's a bit of activity on the EMF meter.
Could you influence the light, the green light again, please? Make it go to yellow or orange or red even. Can you hear my voice? We apologize if maybe it
Amazing.
Thank you. We apologize if maybe it upset you by putting you in the safe. but we wanted to make sure that we know about you and that you can get along with the other objects here.
We want to put you on display here so people can interact with you, see you.
Learn from you? What do you think of that? Is that okay?
Look.
Look. Where would you like us to look, please?
I said back on the television.
Come back. Name. Maybe you could give us a message through the television. Could you tell us something about yourself, please, using the TV? Work. Say. Problem. Me. Is there a problem with you?
Time out.
Time out. Well, yes, you were. In time out, really. In the safe. What do you think of that? Male. 2. Up. Resort. Are you a boy? Are you male? Could you give us a sign if that's so, please? Evil. You see that on the screen?
Yeah, saw that on the screen. Evil again.
Evil, twice. Them. Us? We're not evil. And easy. Face. His. Him. Who are you talking about, please? Who is him and his? Problem.
Are you trying to ask where you're at? Or perhaps what year, things like that. Things that keeps coming up.
You're in Carmarthen, in Wales. Do you know that? Evil again, on the TV. Do you know where Carmarthen is? You're inside an old chapel. It's a museum now. Is that okay?
I feel like there's a pain in my stomach. Are you causing that? Could you just let me know, perhaps? Light up the EMF meter or say something related. When I look at it for extended periods of time, my stomach cramps up for time, like continuously and progressing. When I look away, it kind of ebbs away. I feel like having that connection of sight, there's something being given back and it's not pleasant.
She won't leave.
Who is she? Is there somebody else around you? War. Is there a connection to a war? Because we did have a couple of people tell us something to do with soldiery, maybe a military uniform, maybe the First World War. Is that correct? No.
No.
Thank you. If that's not correct, then could you tell us something about your story? Maybe if I get down low.
The hell?
Hmm?
This is shut off. It wasn't low.
You ran out of battery on it?
It wasn't low. Yeah, there's no battery left on it.
That just flickered.
It's drained.
The gimbal.
Yeah, the gimbal's drained.
Did you affect the battery on that? Could you give us a sign, please? Yes. You said yes on that screen. Sign? Give us a sign. It said yes, sign. You took the power from that there? If you took the power, could you do something with the power, please? Maybe
Hell.
What did it say? Hell?
Hell, yeah. As in the fiery one.
Okay. So, if you took the power from that, could you do something with it, please? Do. You mimicking me? See. Yes, we would like to see something, please. Maybe you could make this light go to red, just so that we know that you're here with us. Do something with the power, please. Maybe you could talk into the microphone here and say your name.
Pleasure.
Thank you. Do you mean it would be your pleasure to do that? We'd very much appreciate it. We'll give you some quiet now. Did you say your name? Could you let us know? Maybe you could say your name through here and we could compare it, or you could say it on the screen maybe. Was it successful? Male people. A male people? I guess, yes. It is in a way that. It's a doll. Do you know that? A boy doll. Could you confirm in some way, please? There seemed to be a few responses that made sense. We've had slight movement on the EMF meter, but I think what's most interesting is that the power was taken from the gimbal, and I know also when you were setting up, you've had power taken from a couple of lights, a couple of infrared lights that we were going to use down here as well. So,
but if it was taking power from all this stuff, what for?
Yeah, what's it doing with the power? What are you doing with the power? Screen. Place. Want. Old.
And I think definitely needs to do more investigation of the doll as I was setting up, and we've had a lot of power being drained and we don't know exactly for what. So it makes me feel a bit cautious. It's like maybe there is something attached to it and it's trying to learn the environment. So it's being quiet, kind of observing. That's one way to look at it.
We did lock it in the safe, so arguably if there is something attached to it, it's had some time to sit and think about its new environment and what it would like to do moving forward. It is interesting.
Watching you.
You're watching us?
That's literally what I just said before.
Well,
that's a bit of validation, I guess.
Yes. Is there anything that you want to say?
Stressed.
Stressed. Do you not like speaking with us?
If you make the EMF meters go up now, we won't put you back in the safe.
Or maybe you like being in there. Gives you time to think by yourself.
Yes. That's what I said on the TV.
Oh, wow.
It was on the
So
corner.
he appreciates a bit of solitary confinement then.
Is that the case?
Is there any closing words that you would like to say to us? Maybe about what you think about being here in the museum? Do you wish us well?
Thomas.
Thomas. Thank you. Is that a name that's relevant to you?
Is that your name?
Is your name Thomas? Maybe you would tell us more another day. Maybe you would tell some of our guests more when they come to visit you. That not good.
How are you?
3 words. Thank you. Well, I think maybe we should end it there. The doll seems to think that it's not good that people may try to come and communicate with him. I suppose we'll have to see how that progresses and whether we get anybody else telling us any more about him or indeed having experiences with him directly. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to the doll here for communicating with us. I'm going to say goodbye now. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you again so much for watching. If you have seen or felt anything spooky in the course of this video, please leave a comment and let us know. Your thoughts and opinions are very valuable and help us to learn more about the objects that we care for. Equally, if you'd like to come visit us in person, our museum is now open for daytime visitors in Carmarthen every Thursday to Sunday, 10 AM to 4 PM. Until next time.